first thing you're going to want to do is lay your newspaper out. The newspaper is basically going to be used as a stencil throughout the rest of the project. One piece of paper wasn't big enough, so I decided to tape two pieces together to make sure I had enough room. The next thing you're going to want to do is grab a jacket that has the desired fit you like. I already had this puffer jacket on hand, so I just decided to use this one. From there, you're going to turn the sleeves inside out and lay it on your newspaper so you can begin tracing the back panel of your jacket. The next thing you're going to want to do after you've traced the back panel is to begin cutting. I decided to cut one side at a time and fold my newspaper in half to make sure I had two even sides. And this is what your finished back piece will look like. For the next part of the project, you're going to want to trace the sleeve. As you can see, my newspaper isn't long enough, so once again I had to tape two pieces together. Once you have laid your newspaper onto the sleeve, you're going to want to trace and cut it out the same as you did the back panel of the jacket. In order to make this jacket cropped, I just took a zipper, marked the bottom where it stopped, folded along that line, and cut across the fold. In order to make the two front panels, I took my original back panel, traced it and cut it out, and just cut it down the middle. Here I'm just laying out all the newspaper cutouts and making sure that we have everything and that they are the way that I want them to be. When you begin to cut, you don't want to cut directly next to the newspaper. You want to leave at least half an inch to an inch of seam allowance. Because of the insulation that is on the inside of the sleeping bag, it was very hard to cut this material, so make sure you pay attention and have all three layers together when you are cutting. When all your pieces are cut out, this is your finished product. When you begin to sew, you essentially want to sew inside out, so have both the red sides facing each other. Here, I'm just gathering the two layers from the front panel and the two layers from the back panel. This is a very important step to do before you sew, because if you don't, when you try on the jacket, there will be a hole. Take your time while sewing and make sure you tuck in the insulation as you sew. I originally didn't do that and my foot pedal got stuck numerous times. As you can see here, I am back sewing just to make sure that my ends are completely sewed together and that there will be no tearing. When you are done attaching the front and back panels, this is what it should look like. For the next part, I decided to go ahead and hem the bottom of the jacket simply because I couldn't stand the way it looked. You're going to use a straight stitch all the way down. I forgot to mention before, but when you attach the front and back panels of the jacket, you're going to use a zigzag stitch. And here's what your finished hem should look like. So when I attached the sleeves, I decided to attach them one at a time. So I decided to attach the back panel of the sleeve to the back panel of the jacket and the front panel of the sleeve to the front panel of the jacket. When sewing the sleeves onto the jacket and sewing the sleeves together, you're going to want to use a zigzag stitch because it allows the fabric to stretch, unlike a straight stitch. Here, I'm just attaching the other panel of the sleeve to the jacket. And here are both the front and back panel sleeves attached to the jacket. And what you're going to do next is attach both those front and back sleeves together. What you're about to see next is the completed first half of the jacket. I did not record the second half simply because it's the same steps to the other side. What's up guys, it's Abramonia here, and I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If you made it to the end of this video, it really means a lot to me. The sewing journey means a lot to me, and I just want to bring some people along for the ride. So basically just comment things in the description box below, what y'all want to see. I'm willing to make anything, you name it. So yeah, thank you again, and stay tuned for another video.